Have you ever gazed at a star-strewn sky and pondered your place in the universe? Humanity has always sought answers to the fundamental questions of existence. Where did we come from? Why are we here? What is the nature of good and evil? These are questions that have echoed through time, and it is in the ancient text of Genesis, the first book of the Bible, that we find some of the most profound and enduring answers. Imagine a universe still young, a swirling chaos of potential. Genesis paints a vivid picture of this primordial state, a time when darkness covered the face of the deep and the Spirit of God moved upon the waters. With each divine decree, let there be light, order emerges from the void. Day is separated from night, the heavens from the earth, and the waters teem with life. The creation narrative unfolds with a sense of majestic progression. Each day brings forth new wonders, the sun, moon, and stars to illuminate the sky, fish to fill the seas and birds to soar through the air, and finally, land animals of every kind. This grand symphony of creation culminates in the appearance of humanity, fashioned in the image of God. Genesis presents a universe imbued with purpose and design. Every element, from the smallest creature to the vast expanse of the cosmos, is part of a divine order. Humanity, created in God's image, is given dominion over this creation, entrusted with the responsibility to care for and cultivate the world around them. Genesis is not merely a standalone story, it is the foundational text upon which the entire edifice of the Bible rests. Its themes of creation, covenant, and consequence reverberate throughout the biblical narrative, shaping our understanding of God, humanity, and the relationship between them. The creation account establishes God as the ultimate authority, the one who speaks all things into being. This concept of a sovereign God, both transcendent and immanent, underpins the entire biblical worldview. It is a God who is intimately involved in the lives of humanity, yet also infinitely greater than our limited understanding. Furthermore, Genesis introduces the concept of covenant, a binding agreement between God and humanity. This covenant, first established with Noah and later reaffirmed with Abraham, forms the bedrock of the biblical narrative. It is a promise of blessing and protection, but it also carries with it responsibilities and consequences. The creation account in Genesis is a masterpiece of storytelling, unfolding with a rhythm and cadence that has captivated readers for millennia. It begins with the breathtaking simplicity of "Let there be light," a phrase that has become synonymous with the very act of creation itself. Light, the first element to emerge from the void, represents order, knowledge, and the divine presence. Its appearance marks the separation of day from night, a fundamental distinction that governs the rhythms of life on Earth. As the creation narrative progresses, we witness the emergence of life in all its diversity and wonder. Finally, we arrive at the pinnacle of creation humanity. Formed from the dust of the earth and imbued with the breath of life, humans are unique among all creatures. They are created in the image of God, endowed with reason, creativity, and a capacity for relationship with both the divine and one another. This divine image is what sets humanity apart, granting them a special place in the created order. Paradise found and lost. The Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden, a place of idyllic beauty and harmony, stands as a powerful symbol of humanity's original innocence. It is a paradise where humans lived in perfect communion with God, surrounded by an abundance of fruit-bearing trees and gentle creatures. Yet within this idyllic setting there also existed a test, a tree whose fruit was forbidden. The serpent, a cunning creature representing temptation and deceit, enticed Eve to eat the forbidden fruit, promising her knowledge and power. Eve, in turn, persuaded Adam, and with their disobedience, sin entered the world. This act of defiance had far-reaching consequences, fracturing the perfect harmony of Eden. The story of the Garden of Eden explores the complexities of human nature, our capacity for both good and evil. It highlights the consequences of disobedience and the enduring struggle between temptation and righteousness. The expulsion from Eden, while marking a fall from grace, also sets the stage for humanity's journey of redemption. A covenant forged Noah, the flood, and a promise. As humanity multiplied, so too did wickedness spread across the earth. Genesis tells of a time when violence and corruption filled the world, grieving the heart of God. In response to this pervasive evil, God chose Noah, a righteous man, to build an ark, a vessel of salvation. The flood, a cataclysmic event that cleansed the earth, serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of sin. Yet, even in the midst of judgment, God's mercy prevails. Noah and his family, along with representatives of every living creature, are spared, becoming the seeds of a new beginning. As the floodwaters receded, God established a covenant with Noah, a promise that never again would the earth be destroyed by flood. The rainbow, a symbol of hope and renewal, serves as a visible reminder of this divine promise. The story of Noah and the flood highlights the enduring themes of judgment, mercy, and the faithfulness of God. Towers of ambition, tales of deception, Babel and beyond. In the aftermath of the flood, humanity began to rebuild, forming new societies. Yet the potential for pride and disobedience remained. The Tower of Babel is a cautionary tale about unchecked ambition and defying God. The people of Babel resolved to build a tower to the heavens. This act of hubris was met with divine intervention. God confused their language, scattering them and thwarting their ambitions. The story explores human pride, the limits of endeavor and humility before God. The Patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and the lineage of faith. With the story of Abraham, Genesis shifts its focus from the origins of humanity to the lineage of faith that would give rise to the nation of Israel. Abraham, a man of unwavering faith and obedience, is chosen by God to become the father of a great nation, a people set apart for a special purpose. God's covenant with Abraham, marked by the sign of circumcision, promised him numerous descendants, a land flowing with milk and honey, and a blessing that would extend to all nations. Abraham's faith, tested time and again, serves as a model for believers throughout the ages. The stories of Abraham's son Isaac and grandson Jacob continue the saga of the patriarchs, highlighting the themes of faith, family, and the often winding path of God's plan. Through their trials and triumphs, their struggles and reconciliations, we witness the unfolding of God's purposes and the establishment of a chosen people. Joseph's journey from betrayal to redemption. The book of Genesis concludes with the captivating story of Joseph, the 11th son of Jacob. Sold into slavery by his jealous brothers, Joseph's journey takes him from the depths of despair to a position of power and influence in Egypt. Through a series of dramatic events, Joseph's God-given ability to interpret dreams elevates him to the role of viceroy, second only to Pharaoh himself. Despite the injustices he endured, Joseph's heart remained filled with forgiveness and compassion. When famine struck the land, he orchestrated a plan to reunite with his brothers, who had come to Egypt seeking food. The emotional climax of the story comes when Joseph reveals his true identity, leading to a tearful reconciliation and the fulfillment of God's providential plan. Joseph's story is a testament to the power of forgiveness, the importance of trusting in God's plan, and the ultimate triumph of good over evil. Enduring echoes. Genesis in art, literature, and thought. The stories of Genesis have transcended their ancient origins to become an integral part of Western civilization, inspiring countless works of art, literature, and philosophical inquiry. From the majestic frescoes of Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel ceiling to the evocative poetry of John Milton's Paradise Lost, artists and writers throughout the ages have drawn upon the rich imagery and timeless themes of Genesis. The creation narrative, with its depiction of a universe brought into being by divine decree, has sparked endless debate among theologians, philosophers, and scientists. The stories of Adam and Eve, Noah, and the Tower of Babel continue to resonate in contemporary discussions about human nature, morality, and the relationship between faith and reason. The influence of Genesis extends far beyond the realm of religion and art. Its stories have permeated popular culture, inspiring films, music, and even everyday expressions. Whether consciously or unconsciously, we are all heirs to the legacy of Genesis, its stories woven into the very fabric of our collective consciousness. A legacy of wonder, Genesis's timeless impact. The book of Genesis, with its timeless stories and profound insights, continues to captivate readers millennia after it was first written. It speaks to our deepest longings, our place in the universe, and the meaning of life. Whether as a sacred text or a literary masterpiece, Genesis offers wisdom and wonder. Its stories invite us to explore human nature and marvel at the universe's creative power. They speak of faith, hope, and the enduring search for meaning in a world of uncertainty.